Hey, so we've been celebrating the life of Aron Eisenberg and the journey of Nog from Star Trek Deep Space Nine this past week. Just a remarkable person if you ever got to encounter him at conventions. We're sad to hear about his passing, but Cam, what we really want to do, though, is kind of celebrate this remarkable journey and character arc that
Right.
he was able to deliver here. What is like a standout moment from you with regards to watching this journey of Nog over 7 seasons of Deep Space Nine?
I mean, with so many to choose from, I think the one that I'm going to have to go to I think a good introduction for this video is the moment where he approaches Cisco about joining Starfleet and really has to get across why Cisco should accept him. And Cisco does not want to. And you can see so much of it in Aron Eisenberg's performance, the passion Nog has, but also like the insecurity, the fear, like this whole backstory with obviously the tensions with his family about it, and how it all comes forward in this final big plea to his Cisco saying, I don't want to be like my father.
Yeah, and what he was making the argument though is like I have the drive of my uncle Quark, and I have the genius sort of part of my brain of my father. Give me this chance, and I think going up against Avery Brooks, it's got to be intimidating for any actor. And the very fact of the matter is, Aron Eisenberg is able to hold his own, which is remarkable. It might be an obvious choice, but you go to It's Only a Paper Moon and think about the climax there where he is talking to Vic about how he's afraid to live life at this point. You know, he was eager to prove himself at the outset of the Dominion War. He didn't want to go to war, but he could prove himself. Vic's like, look, man, you are missing out on life. You gave me the gift of being able to realize that I could have my program running and live my own life. I want to give that gift back to you. I'm going to shut myself off from you for now. And I think it's just such an amazing stand-up performance. I don't think the producers would have given it to a guy that they didn't have complete confidence in.
Yeah, not only that, but like he has the big breakdown moment near the end of the episode, which is just so powerful. And he starts crying. And he said that that was not written to the script. He did that in the moment. It said Nog gets emotional. And he brought that because he said he knew he had to do it in that moment. Like the audience is waiting for that release of emotions.
So one of the other things I think you and I both agree that maybe an episode like Valiant, maybe not the strongest episode, but it was, I think, the second best showcase for Nog throughout the series. And we have him up against like this kind of brainwashed crew of young cadets who have been able to go behind enemy lines and commandeer a Starfleet vessel. For Aron Eisenberg to kind of pull off like this kind of like reluctance to get fully on board and drink the Kool-Aid, but kind of embrace it to a certain degree, there's actually different layers and nuances going on with this performance. And I just thought it was a fun, well, not fun, but like a different kind of unique showcase for the character.
It's definitely not your typical Star Trek episode. Like it does feel like a bit of an oddball episode. And I really do enjoy that it's an episode that Nog feels like he walks out of that adventure a little bit changed. It could have been an easy, just tossed off mid-season episode. Oh, don't think too much about this one. But you do get the sense when it's over that like Nog walks away going, like I thought I knew, you know, what to look for in like leadership and dedication, and maybe I need to, you know, be a little more careful in the future.
Yeah, one of our other favorite things to do during this past podcast is think about the character dynamics that he shared. One moment that you bring up, Cam, that I think is really good, though, is when he and Jake move in together when he is now back aboard the station. But now as a Starfleet cadet, though. And it's kind of that Oscar and Felix sort of situation. Yes. Is there a character that you think doesn't have like kind of great back and forth with Nog, though? Because I think that speaks to Aron Eisenberg himself.
Yeah, because you go through the roster of Deep Space Nine, you've got just all these great character actors, and you know Aron Eisenberg, when he starts the show, hasn't done a lot. He's done some things, but not a lot. And you look at how he holds his own against all of these actors and how he builds as a performer throughout the series, where he's doing these big dramatic moments like we talked about, but even like the comedy episodes, Little Green Men, for example, or The Magnificent Ferengi. And you see how, you know, a lot of dramatic actors, I think Meryl Streep said this in her Golden Globe speech or something, where she said, you know, comedy is hard. You know, and you see how he is able to do the dramatic stuff, but he can pull off the comedy as well. And that's not easy.
Yeah, I think it speaks to the actor, and I think he is going to be extremely missed. And I think people are finding just kind of a new appreciation for which is, I think, one of the most unique character arcs in Star Trek period.